Irwin Data Intelligence Suite, working with Mapping Manager. Associating mappings. The agenda. Associating mappings involves associating code maps with data item mappings, associating reference tables with mappings, and linking requirements with mappings. Getting started with Codeset Manager. Click the main menu icon to access the Irwin DI modules. Go to Data Catalog and select Codeset Manager. Associating code maps with data item mappings. In the Codeset's workspace pane, right-click a code map. Select Publish. Publish Codeset Map page appears. Enter appropriate values in the fields. Fields marked with a red asterisk are mandatory. Click Save and the code map is published, and it can be found in the Published Code Mappings pane under the selected Published environment. The Published Codeset's workspace pane now contains a new version of the code map created under the mapping tree. Getting started with Mapping Manager. Click the main menu icon to access the Irwin DI modules. Go to Data Catalog and select Mapping Manager. Associating code maps. In the Workspace Mappings pane, click the required map. The Mapping Specification grid appears. In the Mapping Specifications grid, click Edit. In the Mapping Specifications grid, right-click the header menu and select CSM Mapping checkbox. CSM Mapping column appears in the Mapping Specifications grid. In the right pane, expand Code Mapping Catalog. Drag the code map into the Mapping Specifications grid and drop it under the CSM Mapping column for the required row. Click Save and Continue in the Mapping Specification grid. Associating reference tables with mappings. In the Workspace Mappings pane, click the required map. The Mapping Specification grid appears. In the Mapping Specifications grid, click Edit. Right-click the header menu and select Reference Table checkbox. The Reference Table column appears in the Mapping Specification grid. In the right pane, expand Reference Table Catalog. Drag the reference table from Reference Table Catalog and drop it on the required row under the Reference Table column. Click Save. Reference Table is associated with the mappings. Linking requirements to mappings. In the Workspace Mappings pane, click the required map. Mapping Specifications grid appears. In the Mapping Specifications grid, click Edit. Right-click the header menu and select Specification Artifacts checkbox. The Specification Artifacts column becomes visible on the Mapping Specifications tab. In the right pane, expand Specification Artifact Catalog. Expand the project that contains the required specification. Drag and drop the specification on the Specification Artifacts column in the required row. Click Save. Requirements are linked to the selected mapping. That's it. Thank you for watching. For more information, please visit irwin.com.